What's good, Tim? How's it going, man? Good morning, good morning. Alright, let's see what we got here. Looks like we missed a nice easy MP special here on GJ. This right here would have played out real nice. Buys right here at the break of the high. Continuing out the retest. We'll see if it pushes all the way up, but definitely would have been able to secure 10 pips there. 1 hour candle closed below that zone there. 4 hour kind of at a resistance here, so we definitely could reject. But nonetheless, for GJ, not really going to consider sells until we come down here. As I've been talking about a lot lately, only want to focus in trading in the direction of the daily candle. And so since the daily candle is mega bullish right now, you know I'm only gonna be rocking with buys for the time being. Now, since we're seeing this here on GJ too, might see something like this now where, because remember what we just looked at on the hourly candle failed to close above the previous hourly candle. So we might see something now where price is going to come down here, do something like this, and then go back up. So we do have like this zone down here, you know, that has like clean traffic in it. So might see something like that on GJ at this point. Yeah, we'll have to see here. Might have just missed the move for today on GJ. And I've honestly been favoring gold lately. Like, gold's been making a lot more sense for me, especially during New York session. GJ's been giving some nice moves during like London session and stuff, but let's see. Yeah, so I think the scenarios that I'm gonna look for here on GJ. Cause like at this point, this move right here, it happened. You know, like the entry would have been at the break of the high here, continue bullish, voila. So now, being that that has already happened in the situation with the hourly candle, the 4-hour candle at a strong resistance level, to catch GJ, I'm gonna wait for some sort of pullback, maybe something like this, and then I'll look to take the ride up. That's probably potentially what can be executed on GJ, but the likelihood of that happening before London close, I don't know. We'll have to see. Gold, on the other hand, kinda choppy. Daily candle's bullish, so bias, gonna have my bias be buys above this level. So I'm not gonna look for sells until price comes down there. This actually looks good on the hourly. This setup here was happening on 30-minute. I'd feel a lot more comfortable, so just have to wait for the confirmations on 30-minute that this is gonna play out. Which you could anticipate with this strong rejection here, pre-New York volume. This is gonna continue bullish, and it's probably going to dish out at least 10 pips. But just looking at this on 30-minute, I probably want to see candle close above this zone first. But I mean, this can definitely be traded based off of the hourly time frame. Stop loss like 32 pips. It's not terribly large. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably definitely going to give 10 pips. Traded based on the 30-minute time frame. I like to see that happen on the, traded on the hourly. I like to see probably closure above this level on the 30-minute for that to happen, though, honestly. Might just push right through to that target though, to this target here. Rejections here in this zone though, so that's why I really want to see that closure. So who knows, I mean, maybe in 17 minutes, you know, it'll close in this area. We'll be able to catch the next candle up, but I don't know. Not sure if I like that, just strictly based off of the hourly. 4 hours flipping too though, so and like I said, you can just anticipate that pre-NY volume is just gonna continue this push up. Yeah, definitely gonna dish out 10 pips there. No problem. Yeah, would have been, should have executed that off of the hourly. This would have been really good off the hourly. 32, 33 pip stop loss. Yeah, I would have already given 10 pips. So, I mean, that's two potential setups from today. That could have been caught just in the pre-NY session. Have to wait for something better. All good, all good. Yeah, see, GJ is pulling back into this range now, so we form a level of support, you know, in this range somewhere. We have enough room to move up. That's gonna be a good, that'll be a solid play too. That'll be a solid play. Yeah, what we're seeing, if you look at this pattern here on gold, this is honestly like what I'm talking about with GJ. Like, we made this move up, we came down, created a level of support, we went and retested it, but failed to continue. We came down, now it's moving back up, and it's probably, you know, gonna do something like that. So like, that's the same type of thing that I'm talking about on GJ. Let's see if I can just keep that there. Voila. Voila. Now we're like in this stage, coming down, probably create a level of support, retest this area and come down and continue. Anybody catch this move on gold though? Or the move on GJ? This move here? Both would have been good to execute on. Things just galloping. $18, 19 pips. Sheesh. We got 20 viewers on with us live right now. Give a like to the stream if you haven't already. And if you're new to the stream, make sure you subscribe. As you probably know, the only way you can reach more people on YouTube is by engaging. So we definitely want to continue to reach more people. Sunil USD INR, send a chart, man. Send a chart, I'd be happy to check it out. Not something that I trade myself though. And just an FYI, how to send a chart. You gotta come up here to this this camera thing, and then go to copy link to the chart image. But the key is when you go to paste it into the chat. But you can only send this right here. So you copy this here and then send that into the YouTube chat. So you'll just send that. If you don't do that, then YouTube's not gonna show me the link. Or you can just join my Telegram group and send the link there and I'll see it. What's good, Arith? How you doing?
Hello, Mike. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good.
Oh, that's nice.
Got some good rest. Got a little sick like at the end of last week, so.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good.
How you feeling?
I feel a lot better now. I feel a lot better. Still a little like stuffy, but yeah, I feel a lot better.
That's nice.
You catch anything yet today?
Nah, not really. I was waiting on gold to get to 1870 so that I could buy, but I see the thing happened already.
Yeah, man, this looked really good based off of the hourly. Like right when I started the stream, like it started to break the highs, like this hourly candle. I was like, dang, I should have. That would have been good to execute off of the hourly, but I was looking at the 30-minute, this zone here. It's already been a lot of rejections here, so. But if you look at the hourly with this, forming the support and then breaking the highs, and then 4-hour candle, that was also when it was flipping bullish. So yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, actually, I identified that area of interest when I was in London, because London didn't really look good. London was so messy with themselves. I was so skeptical of the sales, so I didn't really trade London. I saw the sales play out, but I didn't want them. I was just looking for buy. So I thought to myself, let me just mark out this area and just go. I'll come back to NY. I know by NY that price will be there. So now, just came back. I saw things have already played out as anticipated, but I've not been in the mood. So
yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't have taken any of these sells either.
Yeah, London was quite messy. Taking sales was going to be hard. The way price was moving, coming, retracing, moving. And it's just a retracement for a bullish trend. So
yeah,
it's quite tricky to take sales because you don't know where it is going to stop.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's like kind of what I was just talking about here with GJ, like the same thing that happened on gold, where price came up, created a high, failed to continue, and then pulled back further to then continue. I think that same thing is gonna play out here on GJ.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So yeah, I mean, I think at this point for gold, yeah, just have to wait for something else to show.
For gold, I'm still waiting now. I'm waiting for a pullback with NY.
Yeah.
If NY could give us a little bit of pullback and then have a continuation, that would be good.
Yeah, I agree. Jake, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's good, man? How's it going?
All good, all good. You catch anything today?
No, I had a couple losses, but it was on like the same trade where I just tried to give it a second chance. And I was trying to short gold, but it was moving a little bit slow. And then I think Faye caught it on the retest, which is kind of what I wanted to do, but maybe I think I went a bit too early. But
Gotcha.
it's all good, man. I went in at quite low risk anyway, because it was like the first trade back, so I didn't want to kind of go too crazy. And I wasn't.
Yeah.
Volume was really slow during London on gold as well, just like super up and down. So I was feeling a bit like janky with it. But,
Yeah.
And then if I hadn't entered that, I probably would have caught that GJ, which I've posted in the chat, because that would have been a nice sort of 10, 15 pips, you know. But it's come back down now, but probably would have secured up there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, for something to think about, like take note of this, like in your trading journal, Jake, is like the sells, you know, sure, like, you know, the theoretical of like, you know, price came up, went to retest the high, it failed. Well, it did retest it, but I failed to continue. Then it created a level of support, and it was breaking that. So like, you know, usually like that's like a good rule of thumb for like a counter trend trade. But take note of this in like your trading journal, because I noticed this myself. Like when I traded against the daily candle, I lost a lot of trades. Like most of my losses were from the daily like going against the daily candle, so counter trend trades. Whereas like all of my wins were trading with the daily candle. So like if you think about it, like this gold daily candle strong bullish, me and Harith were just talking about that, like the sells, you know, sure they played out, but just like you said, it's kind of choppy, whereas like this is like probably the real move that you should have waited to execute on, you know.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna kick up the journaling again, I think, this year, because I came off it a little bit towards the back end of last year, but I will add that in actually, because I think that's exactly why I lost. The sales just weren't as clean.
Yeah, and I mean if you look at the higher time frames, like especially this hourly, like it looks good on hourly for the sells, but the buys really look good because like we had this whole move up and then this pullback, you know, to retest like this level here. Now it's continuing up, and if you look at it across the 4 hour, it's like the 4 hour continuing bullish as well. So I mean it definitely, like, I mean your sells like definitely aren't invalid, you know, because like, you know, like I said, it's the whole created a support, it's breaking the support, you know, it's perfect for a counter trend trade. But yeah, that's just something that I've been noticing, is like I win a lot more trades when I'm going with the daily candle.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, bro. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, and like this same thing here that happened on gold is kind of what I'm anticipating to happen on GJ. So price to, you know, create a minor support here, maybe break, continue down, and then form a support to continue up, you know. So we'll see. But yeah, another thing too with the journaling, there is like a service, software, whatever you want to call it. It's called Loom, Loom. So it's like Zoom but Loom. And it's basically just like, you might have seen me like post videos in the Telegram group, like their Loom videos. And basically like it's just like an app that allows you to like screen record like your screen, and you can like, you know, do voiceover, like you can talk while you're recording it, you can like draw up lines and shit. But that's something that I've been doing for my journaling, just because like physically typing out all of my thoughts and stuff is a little bit like tedious, you know, where it's much easier to just record like a 3-minute video of like why I did what I did, you know.
Yeah. Is it free?
Yeah, I think as long as you do videos like under 5 minutes, I think it's free, yeah.
Oh, okay. I might check that out. What's it called? Loom?
Loom, yeah, Loom. I think it's just loom.com, but you can just Google Loom and it will pop up. But yeah, it's a lot easier to like, for me to like journal that way, and then all you have to do is like it gives you like a little link, you know, like a share link, and then you can, like, what I do is I just post that link into my trade journal, and you can like embed it in there, so when you post it, it'll give you like an embed option, so it'll just show the video inside of there, and you can just click play. You can watch it on go ahead.
Notion?
Yeah, post it in Notion and the trade journal there, and then you can watch it in 2x too, you know, so you can like fast forward through it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a lot easier, like especially for like reviewing trades too, so that way like I can just rewatch the video on like 2x speed, and then I can be like, oh shit, you know, okay, let me make a mental note of this because this happened to me twice this week or something, you know.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, bro. I'll give that a go. I'll let you know how I get on.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
I'm just creating my account now.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's pretty easy to use. But let's see, we had this 30-minute candle close. Okay, we closed well below the support here on GJ, so I think we'll continue down a little bit further, maybe form a level of support, and you know, we can look for buys. Honestly, at this point, it'll probably be like, I don't know, maybe, no, it'll probably be like London close. NYSE, London close. Soon, what's good, bro? How you doing?
Mike, if you look on gold, it's creating something so nice on the 15-minute that you like to take. Look at the 15-minute. When you take out that high.
Oh yeah.
See?
Yep. That slingshot play. Yeah, this pre NY volume probably gonna push it.
I liked it on the 5. If you look at the 5, you have already a nice support created right there.
Yep. Right.
Those are the kind of trades. Like, yeah, you just have a tight stop there, then we go for it.
Yeah, it looks pretty solid.
Yeah, but I haven't taken anything yet this year. I'm still on a clean slate. I feel like I don't want to jump into trades right now. I hear this is too low. I'm looking at moves happen, but I'm like, no, this is not it yet.
If it's not an A+ move, then don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's the, you know. And most importantly, when we are coming into the start of the year, when I'm trying to get back into things, these are the kind of moves that I don't want to jump into. When I know NY is not yet open.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, that's like something I was telling myself last week. You know, it's like first week of the year, you know, like I only want to execute on A+ moves. You know, I took three trades on gold, and they were all wins. So, but it was just all patience, you know, it was just like waiting for something that I wanted to execute on. So
exactly.
But yeah, I did a lot of like what you were talking about, you know, like I was just like, I like this, but nah, I'm gonna wait. But I mean, yeah, I mean, to your point with gold too, I mean, we really haven't created like a strong bottom wick on the 30 minutes, so it definitely could retrace further. And the hourly candle has moved pretty good bullish, so you know, this could even retrace, you know, so.
You know what is going to be funny is that I might even wait for the 4-hour candle to close to really have a solid move.
Yeah.
Because if you potentially have a 4-hour candle closing that way, bullish, creating support, then definitely the next one is going to just dip down a little bit and then give you that continuation of the day.
Yeah.
That's probably with NYSE open and all that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you because
That's when
especially
probably
because it's already broken the low here. So, you know, taking buys at this point would be a little risky based on 4 hour.
Yeah. If things don't look nice, I'll just wait even for the 4-hour to close. Probably in an hour time from now.
Yep, I agree with you.
Yeah, trying to be cautious, man. Starting the year with the loss tends to become nasty. We may spend the whole week hitting losses only.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be my motto this year. You know, just A+ setups only.
That's for sure.
Yeah, cause like I talked about a lot at the end of last year, like I, you know, like I realized like winning trades is not a problem. You know, it's like I know the criteria to execute a winning trade. It's like now I'm just like really trying to hone in on, all right, what are the things I don't want to see? You know, what are things that should hold me away from trades? You know.
Yeah.
It's almost like trying to talk myself out of the trade, you know. Which you got to be cautious with because you get into a point where it's just like analysis paralysis. You never execute, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. And then things play out and you're like, why didn't I execute?
Yeah. Yep.
But it's what I've seen is all about patience, and when an opportunity presents itself, just go for it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So right now you have all the reasons to not take this trade. You see, you're approaching NY open. You could be caught into a pullback. You don't have currently. You don't have volume that will push you. So there are a lot of factors there that you look at and like, let me step out for a while.
Yeah, another thing is we have 4 consecutive bullish candles in the 30-minute. Usually when I see things like that, then there's going to be a bearish one at some point, and I don't want to be in the markets when there's that. We got CPI on Thursday. Thursday, man, it's only Monday. Holy. Yeah, it's funny to see though, this this move on gold, like this happened in Asian session. Like I haven't looked at the charts in Asian session in quite a while, but I just happened to like pull it up last night just to see like what it was doing, and I see it was like right as this closed and this was opening. I was like, dang, that's probably gonna continue. But yeah, it's weird to see that volume in Asian. We haven't seen that lately.
Someone in the Telegram group just took GJ sales.
Yeah, man, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
I don't know, what is he looking at that point?
Yeah, not to mention stop loss would be pretty big. Yeah, 30-minute candle already made a nice move, you know, so.
You see, when I look at candles like that previous 30-minute candle that is bearish, I look at them as huge candles. What I want is the next candle at least to do a pullback for me to have some decent stop loss.
Yeah, when I look at a huge candle like this, I look at it as I missed the move.
Yeah, for sure. Like I get scared when I look at those candles. I don't like those candles to happen when I'm not in the mood.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want that to be the candle that I'm in, you know.
Because the weight has dropped, and then you try to like take a move on the next candle. Unless you're going to have that tight stop just in between that 50% of that candle, because definitely when this next candle comes and starts to take out the 50% of that previous candle, then your move could be your 50-50 right there. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Yes, he was also mentioning like after this candle close, wait for a pullback and then break the high, but same type of thing, you know, it's risky. You know, 3 consecutive bullish candles closed on a 30-minute. You know, the move was already made there. So like you just gotta wait for another setup at this point. It's good to see some nice movement on GJ though, because it's been a little choppy for a little while. All of this looks disgusting. Let's see. Okay, we got 30-minute and hourly coming up here in about 12 minutes. Oh, what's going on here? YouTube tripping? Do you consider M15 for entry, Mike? Soon? No, not really. 15 minutes to me, like, is just a lower confirmation. Like, to me, I really like 30 minute. 30 minute is king for me. To me, I just like have simplified my trading to looking at the direction of the daily candle, and once I look at that, so okay, cool, the daily candle is mega bullish, so my bias is going to be bullish unless this daily candle starts to flip. And then, so the main thing that I'm really looking for is like, okay, cool, where can I catch entries on the 30-minute time frame to continue the move bullish? You know, do I need to wait for a pullback? Do I need to wait for a close above? You know, it's all just kind of like waiting to see what happens on the lower time frames to execute. But personally, the 15-minute just kind of confuses me, you know, it just adds too much to the picture. But yeah, so like what you're talking about here, GJ looks different, I'm sure, or looks decent. I'm sure what you're looking at is this 15-minute here, that's probably why you're asking. But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, support right here did close a little bit below this zone, this past zone, so it could be something to be cautious for. This could be a slingshot move down, honestly. So I would be more confident with something like this happening on the 30-minute for like a support, and then respect the low, break the high, continue bullish. But to me, this looks more better for like counter trend sells, which is not something I want to partake in, especially based on 30-minute and hourly. Four hours pretty strong bearish at this resistance zone too. Oh.
You know, as the year kicks in, force volume is still slow and things seem really down. But as time goes on, things will get better.
Yeah, 100% Reef. Just gotta wait for the right thing to come.
Yeah, like right now, there is no need to rush any trades. Take it slow. You know, we still have a full year to go, full year of ups and downs. So rushing it right now will just bring mental stress to you. That's what I've seen. Like in the past years, I've been trading.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, man.
I've literally blown my accounts on the beginning of the year, and then you sit back and look, come March, and you're like, I wish I hadn't taken down trades in January.
Yeah. It's a part of the game.
Because with time you'll see, yeah, like months will come and you have clean moves. So what pains a lot is when you're not part of those moves in that month, just because you blew your account the previous month.
Yeah, you definitely gotta always position yourself to stay in the markets.
Yeah. rule number one of the game is to always stay in the game,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yep.
Hello, Faye. How are you doing?
Hi, how you going? Good to be back on the charts.
Yeah, how you doing,
Yeah.
Faye?
Yeah,
Happy New
good.
Year.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Looking forward to a ripper year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember by the end of the last year, you were planning to like adjust on your trading plan and try work on your losses. How was that?
You have a good memory. Well, I have been working on my trading plan a little bit. So I took 2 really bad trades at the very end of the year, which was not good. So that was a bit disappointing. But yeah, so got a bit of a trading plan happening. I still haven't downloaded MT5, so I need to do that. And just try to take fewer trades. You know, I'm someone who takes lots of trades just based on gut and instinct, and I need to start to have proof and evidence and confluence instead a little bit more.
Yeah, that's totally right.
It's not a bad thing, though. It's not a bad thing. It's good to execute, you know.
Yeah, I kind of have as well as the naked chart, I do tend to use the RSI and the stock RSI a little bit. And, you know, sometimes things work in your favor to have other things for confluence, and sometimes they work against you. So just, working out which way is best as far as that goes.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, it's definitely not a bad thing to take, you know, to execute. I think probably the next step is just like focusing on the right ones, you know, like the A+ setups that like always, or I mean, nothing's ever always gonna play out, but the ones that have the highest probability to play out for you, you know.
Yeah. I took a trade the other day that maybe it was yesterday, and it was a gold one, but you know, like so many time frames just lined up. Afterwards I kind of went, there was, it just felt that there were so many things that did line up, but I didn't realize so many things lined up until afterwards. And then I'm like, wow, why don't I wait till that happens more often?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's like where like the MP specials, the slingshots, like that's why like I named those things, because it was like something that like there's setups that like everybody trades, you know, like an MP special is just a simple break and retest if you think about it, you know. A slingshot is exactly the same. But like for me, it made it really stand out as like these are the types of setups that I want to see in the market, you know, like these are the types of setups I want to execute on. So yeah, but, you know, you're exactly right, you know, like when the planets align, you execute and you win, it's the best feeling. So it's just about repeating that feeling.
Yeah. So Mike, I'm curious, did you say in the chat just now to someone that you're looking for buys on GJ because the daily candle is bearish, which it is, but given the fact that there's quite a large wick, could that not also indicate that it is in a pullback, or do you just expect that that's going to keep going bearish?
Well, I mean, it's bullish. So I'm
bullish.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So yeah, no. So I mean, you're right. I mean, and if you look at it on lower time frames, like on the 4-hour time frame, there is like you know, like the 4-hour is like at a resistance, you know. So it could, you know, it could do what you're talking about. It could reject, but so like you're exactly right. I mean, that could be the situation. for me, it's just easier to think about if I'm thinking about like just one type of scenario to happen, you know, and if I could wait and see that scenario happen, amazing, you know, then I'm gonna execute it and like I'll probably win. But then if it doesn't happen, and like you said, if it does just continue bearish, then I do technically have like that scenario happening. It's just like I don't really want to execute on that until price comes down here, because the daily candle will be bearish at that point. You know, so I'll feel really strong about taking sells. Now looking at that on the chart, like you know, you could be thinking like, oh, that's retarded, you know, why would you wait for price to come all the way down here before you took sells, you know?
Yeah.
But for me, like that's just what makes the most sense. So like for both examples, you know, buys on gold make the most sense because, you know, the daily candle is bullish. You know, when I take trades in the direction of the daily candle, I tend to win, you know, so it makes more sense to me. It's almost like going back to kind of what you were just talking about. When this, and this happens, you know, like I win, you know. So it's like that, it's that same thing for me. It's just one of those things, like if I trade in the direction of the daily candle, I usually win, you know. But yeah, I mean, your point's definitely valid. Like we see that happen all the time, you know, where price moves super strong in one direction, then the wick starts to get really large, and then it ends up, you know, completely flipping. Like right now, you know, the lows could be broken and it could continue bullish, I mean continue bearish down to 160 flat. But for me, like that's fine too. I'm fine with that happening as well, but I would rather look for the ride back up, you know.
Right.
Because like it also, if you look at this this current chart situation here, and then you look at what happened on gold. So I'm gonna try and I'll annotate this real quick. But like we had the high created, then we formed resistance, support, resistance again, you know, then we did a little retest, we continued down. But for me, like this is the move I would have wanted to execute on gold, is the ride back up. Is like it's probably gonna play out a lot more clean, just like it is right now, you know. So like keep this in mind, and then now look at GJ in the same type of situation. So like this is more so like the play I would rather take, because the daily candle is gonna be bullish still, and you know we'll be at a valid support level. Me and Harith were talking about this earlier, like counter trend trades are valid in these types of situations, but the problem is like you don't really know if it's going to be a pullback to continue bullish or what's going to happen, you know. So that's kind of like my problem with like counter trend trades, is there's like too much uncertainty, you know.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, you're right. When I look at how far down those cells are, I do think that's crazy to wait that long for a sell.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and it's
so for
like,
me, I see the wick on the daily, and then on the 4 hour, I see a bearish candle that breaks the low of the previous candle. And then, of course, on the 30-minute, I'm seeing the highest high, and then a lower low, a lower high, and a lower low. So I see it all bearish.
Yeah. No, 100%. And I mean, that's the beautiful thing about trading, right? You know, is everybody can have like totally different things and be wildly profitable. But no, I mean, I see that too, 100%. Like this could definitely be a rejection. I definitely see it based off of the 4 hour because of this like past rejection zone here, you know, so the same thing's happening here at the same zone. So yeah, I mean, it definitely makes sense. And like, if you even think about entry right now, the hourly lows are being broken, and so are the 30-minute lows. This is like a 30-minute slingshot setup. Like this will probably give 10 pips, you know, it's a valid setup 100%. But like for me, like I said, you know, I just like I've seen like these types of things happen a lot. to where like I'd rather
Yeah.
catch the ride back up, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean it's definitely valid. It's definitely valid.
No, that's cool. Yeah.
And
Thanks.
I've executed on this a lot too, like this exact type of setup. Like I've executed on that a lot of times, and it works out. But yeah, just kind of honestly, just to sum everything up, like the bias, like the reason that I am looking for buys on both, you know, is honestly just because of the way the daily candle is moving, the direction of the daily candle, and just after like looking at my trade history so many times, like those are the trades that always win, you know. So it's just one of those things.
I think I'm struggling. I've started to look at the daily candle more often to try to think like that, but I'm struggling to pick the direction of the daily candle when there is so much time in that candle to figure out, is that wick going to be refilled, or is it coming down as a rejection wick? And to try to pick exactly what direction is that daily candle going in. Yeah,
no, that's very valid. It's definitely something that I've like thought a lot on, you know, and that's why I kind of like have just come to the conclusion that I'm just focused on like, what is the current color of the daily candle? Okay, cool, it's blue, so I'm looking for buys, you know, because just exactly to your point, like a lot of times you can tell those stories like, okay, cool, we broke the highs, we respected the low, but at the same time this wick is pretty large. It's not quite to a daily rejection area, but almost, you know. So like you can start to like think about a lot of different types of situations, and then you think about the 4 hour. Okay, cool, we're at rejection zone, it is rejecting, you know. So for me, like the way I see it is the daily candle, whatever direction it's printing, it's telling me like what is the current like intraday trend, you know, like what is the trend for today, you know. So if the daily candle is bullish, then lower time frame patterns have to be showing some sort of bullish pattern, you know. So that's kind of like the way that I think about it.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I just look for, you know, where can I catch a move on that bullish pattern, you know, if it's present. And if it's only going to show counter trend moves, then oh well, you know, I'll just sit out. Because like here's another thing too, is like this is kind of happening right now. Like we broke the lows, we respected the high, but now it's rejecting. We saw this same thing on gold earlier where we broke the lows. This would be a perfect slingshot setup for a counter trend trade, but then it just rejected and broke the highs and continued bullish, you know. So you know, this same type of thing could happen on GJ right now. So I guess my point being is like with counter trend trades is you really just don't know how far it's going to go, you know. Is it going to correct the move, or is it going to be a pullback to continue, you know?
Yeah.
And for me, I think like betting on the pullback to continue makes a lot more sense rather than correcting the whole move, you know.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
For sure. And I've heard Jeevan talk a lot about this too, especially in regards to news events. Like a lot of times, like if there's no news events present, you know, like typically market structure is just gonna play out, and you know, like it's gonna do its thing. Whereas like when there's news events, that's typically when you see those big daily candles flip bearish and then drive 100 pips south, you know. Like that's when you see like those wild volatile things. So maybe even like check into his stuff too, just to get some perspective about that too. Because I mean that's another thing that we have to factor in, is the market moves the same but at the same time completely different based on how volatile you know it currently is at the time, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Universe One on YouTube, what's good? Good morning. Parag, you took a break at the right time, man. The end of the new year, or the end of the year and the start of a new year, always tends to be a little difficult, I think. Definitely got a little difficult towards the end of last year. But yeah, I've executed on things like this too. Like I took a trade on gold last week like this, I'm pretty sure, where like the 30-minute was forming something like this. I want to say this was like a weak bearish candle, but the next candle went and broke the lows, but then as I went to break the high, I entered for buys. So it had broke the lows and the high. But that's another thing I've noticed is like, if candle goes to break the lows and then goes to break the high, it's likely not going to go back and break its own low. It's gonna continue doing its thing.
When you say breaking the low and then going and breaking the high, would you be using a 30-minute time frame for that?
Yeah. So pretty much like, honestly, anything that I'm like trading off of it's all based off of 30-minute. I've really simplified everything down to just looking at the daily direction and then identifying valid zones on 30-minute and executing based on 30-minute. It's simplified a lot of things for me.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, good morning, Christine. How you doing?
Hey, Christine.
Morning, Christine. Sorry, Mike, just had to nip off there for a sec. I'm only going to stay on for another sort of 15 minutes and I'm going to shoot, but can see why those GJ cells might not have worked. So
Yeah,
it looks
exactly.
like it may have, because you had a small but bullish from that large bearish candle, and then it looked like it was going to play out for sales. But it's kind of what you mentioned earlier about against the daily candle. It's just a bit risky, isn't it?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, against that daily, yeah. Yeah, it's all just, I don't know, I've seen a lot of these things happen over and over and over again, you know, so it's the pain is ingrained of me being on the wrong side of those trades.
Yeah, that's it, man. You just have to be wrong enough times to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, when I get it wrong, I'm like, I remember why. I made that mistake a few months ago or a few weeks ago, and the more you do it, the more you just like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, especially if you're only taking like one trade a day, like you sit on that all day long. You're like, fuck, man, like
yeah.
I took a loss.
I'm
today,
still
man.
angry from earlier, bro.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah, like.
Well, that ruined my morning, man. But
Yeah,
and
I mean,
like,
and
in
that's.
comparison, the loss was minor. Like, wasn't even 1%, but still, I was still angry because it's like being wrong, isn't it? It's nothing. It's not really about money. It's just about being wrong.
Yeah, it's like you had an opportunity to be right and you were wrong, you know, like,
yeah,
it's like, damn, man, that sucks. But yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. I mean, that's how you grow. Like, people always say like regret, you know, no regrets, or, you know, regrets are a bad thing. I disagree. Like, I think having regrets is great. Like, if you regret something, like the pain is so strong, you know, towards that event that you never want to happen. You never want it to happen again, you know? So
Yeah.
that's how you gotta look at the trades, 100%.
I agree with that. I feel like if you don't have any regrets, then you don't learn anything. You're just gonna pretend like it didn't happen, and you'll keep making the same mistakes.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Like how I keep missing the slingshot move now that I see it.
Did you miss one today?
I'm looking at gold. Well, I guess it happened Friday. 10 o'clock Friday.
Yeah.
Speaking of gold, we are having a situation on gold based off the daily. That's why we are having problems breaking the 1870. Which area are we at right now? Let me see.
1875.
75. It's becoming a huge resistance because if you look at gold on the previous dailies, that area has been a rejection area. Could you go previous?
Yeah.
Previously, yeah. See those areas there? It's tough to trade in such areas there.
Yeah.
That's why we're having a problem right now pushing up because we are in two rejection areas and 75 is quite holding. Price pushes and it fakes out from there. So probably if you wait for a candle to close like around above 1875 areas, it would be really nice to have a continuation. But right now it's quite messy because I've tried it out right now. I've got stopped out. I had a tight stop on the 5 minute. I got stopped out and now price is now continuing to go and I've left. I'm done.
Yep.
Yeah. It is messy.
Yeah, but buys look good, but it's just because that 75 area is tough. It's tough. You can get slapped. Just needs a little bit of patience right now. You know, I was anticipating volume to keep it pushing up, then volume failed. Now that confirms to me that 75 is no joke.
Yeah, I agree.
Just
Yeah,
have to wait
now we got COMEX open, so it's gonna push it.
Yeah, that's the thing now. Now I'm just waiting to see how the 5 minute closes. But I still see a pullback.
Yeah, it's tricky now, especially because of like the conditions of the 30-minute. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of bullish candles printed with no bearish candle, and this candle has broken the highs and the lows.
But it was nice. I went in with some small risk, very little risk, just trying it out to warm myself up for that. But turned out to be now good. Though got stopped out by something small, nothing big.
Yeah, hourly is still creating higher highs, higher lows, so
I would probably say that if anyone is going to trade gold trying to find buys, if you get what you were supposed to get, don't hold for long because you're now trading in daily rejections.
yeah.
It's not advisable to hold for long. Get your pips and you're out.
Seen that a lot today, actually, just in general, where like there were some good setups, but if you would have held it to the zone, you would have lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to take partials when you can.
No.
Yeah, always gotta secure. If it's blue, it's on you. That's what I always tell myself. If it's blue, it's on you.
There you go.
Yeah, psychology on the YouTube chat there. Pound sell, going in, drawdown. Yeah, I mean, I kind of talked about that, or we all talked about that a lot today. Is, you know, it's a counter trend trade, so you gotta be extra cautious with counter trend trades.
Are you looking for buys on GJ?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, just because of the direction of the daily candle.
Okay. I haven't looked at GJ.
Strong bullish.
Mm. Mm.
I always find it better taking an L while following the trade rather than taking an L when I'm against it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Like for like, you know, the reason I get inspiration from it because when I'm out and I'm seeing price moving into the direction I anticipated, it gives me hope that next time there is something I should do better. Probably wait a little bit more for something to print.
Yeah, that's true. It's harder to analyze, you know, when you're taking counter trend trades. It's like, well, I mean, it was a bullish trend and I took a sell, you know, and I lost. So it's kind of hard to analyze that.
And for this trade I took, if I just waited for like commits to come into play, then probably it would be a different story.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's like those three questions that I always say, like that I ask myself, like when it comes to losses is, you know, how could I have lost less? How could I have not taken a trade at all? How could I have given a trade a second chance? But like, how could I have given the trade a second chance is like the one that I learned the most from, you know, because if like, for example, like right now, you know, it's 8:30 in the morning or so, you know, usually when I do the trade review, I will do it later on in the day. So like the markets have moved through London close and all that good stuff, and then I'm looking at, okay, cool, you know, what happened here, you know, what happened after I took my trade, like where did the market go from there? And 9 times out of 10 when I take a loss, when I go to do that trade review, there will be a winning setup that printed, you know, that I would have executed on, that followed my plan, my rules, all that good stuff. So it's exactly to your point, it's like 9 times out of 10, you know, you should have just waited for a better setup.
So when you do that and those setups happen outside of your trading time, does that mean that probably, okay, this should have been a no trade day, or should I just trade it outside of my normal time to catch this setup?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I've been, you know, like obviously I run the streams until like 9:30 NYSE open or so, but if I don't catch a trade during the stream, then I will look at the charts through London close, so like 10, 11, you know, 12 at the absolute latest. I'll look at the charts and see, you know, if the play might happen. So, you know, it's kind of like a two-sided thing, like the NY session, you know, really runs until like 5 p.m., you know, so you really could like try and wait all day to catch a trade, you know. So for me, you know, if it happens before London close, then perfect. If it's outside of that, then it's just a no trade day, you know, which sometimes that happens too, you know. Sometimes like NY close will push like a crazy move on GJ or gold, you know. So where like that would have been like a tradable setup, but for me that's like definitely outside of the time. I kind of like consider my trading time 6:30 a.m. to like 11, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Same here.
Pre-New York to like London close.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, no trade days are great. Like I love no trade days. You know, for me, it's just like it's like a character building day. Like if you can sit and watch the charts, you know, for a couple hours and not execute because something didn't show that you wanted to see, you know, you got a lot of discipline there.
Yeah. Versus trying to force something to be there that's not there.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so I mean that's another thing that happens too. You know, I'll go to do the trade review on a loss, and you know I'll just like realize that hey, nothing made sense. You know, I should have just been a no trade day. Yeah, see now like GJ to me is looking like it's gonna be good to continue bullish.
Yeah, GJ is really setting up well.
Yeah, create like a little fake out situation on this zone here.
One minute for that 30-minute candle to close.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 1 minute, 30 seconds. Yeah, and gold just, yeah, it's just. Gold just is what it is.
It's just dunking right now.
Yeah, that 30-minute close, strong bullish. Need another pullback now.
It's quite funny how gold is moving.
Yeah.
The pullbacks are nasty. It drops like it's going forever.
Yeah, it's honestly why I really just try and develop like a bias in one direction too, because with the way gold moves, you know, you can have yourself thinking, oh, you know, it's time for buys, oh, time for sells, oh, time for buys.
Yeah.
Gold looks really difficult on the 30-minute trading today. I
Yeah.
can't see really anywhere where you could have, because even if you look on the 30-minute, there's like rejections that probably would have taken you back to your entry
Yeah.
of the trade. So you could say, oh, maybe I would have entered here or entered there, but actually when you're in it, you're probably thinking actually you would have come back to your entry quite quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing that really stands out to me is this, you know, like the buys on based on the hourly here. This like would have been really good.
Yeah, the hourly looks good. If you would have taken profits quickly as well.
Yeah.
You know, the thing with the hourly, it's good, but remember you'll be holding those pullbacks you're having right now on the 30 and the 15.
Yep, exactly. Yeah,
So
and that's like the
those are
problem. It's like,
Yeah, those are the things that would scare you out.
yep.
Remember, on the hourly, your stop loss is quite huge, and you just have to hold through,
Yep, exactly.
trusting the previous bullish candle on the hourly. So the moment you see that that hourly flipping bearish, you don't lose hope, unless it starts closing. That's unless you start having the 30-minute close bearish. That's when you start getting off risk off the table.
Guy in YouTube chat says gold to sell. I don't think so.
You know what, with gold, if I'm to take a trade, I'll just wait for NYC or let that 4-hour candle close, because still so nasty.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'll just wait. I know if I have the 4-hour also closing bullish in line with the daily, monthly, and the weekly, with these our lower time frames also aligning to it, then I'll pretty have an easy move up rather than trying to force a move right now with that London volume that is bearish on the 4-hour.
Yeah.
Because its pullbacks are really not good. It's not giving you a proper stop loss. So I'd rather wait for that candle. If well and good if it closes above its zone, like on the 4-hour, closing above its zone that it's really approaching there. If that candle can close above there, then the next one will just create a lower wick, small lower wick, and then you'll see how it will skyrocket.
Yeah.
If that does happen. You can see here previously on the 4-hour how the 4-hour is printing
now. Yeah, and I mean it's a lot of bullish candles here on 30-minute, you know, so
yeah,
have to expect and hourly is rejecting this area. Yeah, I mean you have to expect something. Yeah, I think that
you see on the 4-hour previous, look at that previous zone that they took out on the 4-hour.
Yeah, that's what I was
down
looking
there.
at.
No, like down on the current price action, but down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Down. You see, we had this zone there. Then the 4 hour that closed above that zone, you see what happened with the other 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the same setup that is going to come into play. If at all that candle starts to close above that area, the next candles will have an easy ride up.
Yeah.
Next zones. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Jared, New York session is right now. NY Open happened at 8 a.m. It's 8:30 a.m. And then NYSE Open will happen at 9:30 a.m. So in about an hour, 50 minutes. Yeah, that thing rejecting hard now.
Yeah. That's the problem when it comes to trading into the daily rejections. That's how price tends to act. You get to have those nasty pullbacks, then price goes.
Yeah.
It's not fun to trade into those rejections. Because there is a probability of what happened previously on the daily on that zone could easily happen. Gold is not having it today.
Yeah, not right now at least.
It's slashing people's accounts. If it was me starting out right now, I would have taken like 5 trades already. All in losses right now. Right now,
Buy, sells, buy, sells. Yeah, GJ looks like it's gonna drop down a little bit further. I've executed sells on setups like this a lot of times too. This was with the trend, would be great sells. Still might be great sells, but if it was with the trend, I would execute. Yeah, just a waiting day right now. Some early setups that could have been executed on, but the only one that really stands out to me and that I feel like I can chalk up as a mistrade is these buys right here on GJ. I've definitely been able to pull 10 pips there. Gold though, it's just nothing too clear.
Wow, GJ is moving.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna continue dropping. Which I mean makes sense to me, like still clear range, you know, to come down. It
Yeah.
also closed right below this level right here on the 30 minutes, so yeah, this is definitely a setup that I executed on a lot, like when it's in the trend. If this was in the trend, I would really like it. This should keep pushing down though. I mean, I think it will probably give 10, 15 pips at least.
Mike, you in taking some trades?
No, that wasn't me. I think that was Christine.
Thought Mike, whoa, Mike, you're crushing it there alone.
No.
I use my open calc button and move stuff around. That's what you're hearing.
Okay.
To kind of see where things are.
So that's what I want to see on gold. You see the 4 hour on gold, Mike?
Let's see.
That
Oh,
4 hour
yeah.
is going to be a game changer.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what I'm anticipating now. Now, this 4 hour candle has, if it at all gives us a nice close above right there, above that zone, with kind of a week up on the upside. So we don't expect the next 4 hour to make a huge pullback down. Little small pullback and continuation.
Yeah, it looks good now. It looks real good.
Max pullback for the next 4 hours. Let me see. A little bit. Let's go back here. Have this. So yeah, max pullback. If the next 4 hours is going to pull back, max pullback, like the real max one, I'm expecting 1875 to get tapped again with the next 4 hour. If that's going to, if a pullback is going to happen, it shouldn't exceed 1875. Which is going to be even a tough pullback.
Yeah, it looks pretty solid. Have to see how this 4 hour candle closes.
Yeah.
What's up, Naman? You can't hear us? You should be able to hear us. I just think nobody was talking.
Oh, DJ is just flipping.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of... I mean, it makes sense. I mean, this past rejection zone, it closed right at it. This hourly 30-minute, it definitely makes
I was
sense.
in the cell from when we were chatting. It just looked bearish to me.
Yeah, no, just like you were saying, yeah. Yeah, and like
Yeah.
the confirmation for that for me would have really been like, since this candle didn't close above this zone, if it closed above this zone, buys would have made a lot of sense to me, as like this was a fake out. But because it didn't do that, yeah, it definitely makes sense. But I think we will
Nice
still
closing code.
yeah, I think we'll still see support for him, probably somewhere down around this level, maybe right here, and then it will continue. But yeah, this is a good counter trend trade, or with the trend if you're looking at this in the bigger picture, however you're looking at it. But yeah, I've executed on this type of move a lot of times. If that was with the trend, like if it was a bearish trend right now, I'd be really confident in that. Yeah, see, this kind of gets tricky on gold now with it breaking the highs immediately. Nice wick fill opportunity on the 4-hour. But I mean, I would probably want to see. I probably want to see some sort of bearish candles in here. Just moving strong, bullish.
So I had opened a buy on gold earlier and I closed it. But if I had held it, I would be at my target right now.
Where was the buy?
Right at the 1876. When it broke above that.
On this candle or on the 830 candle or the 81? Oh, okay, this one right here. Yeah.
Yeah, I put it on my chart. I should have waited for it to close. But really, I should have waited for the pullback to end. When I analyzed it and I wrote it up why I lost the trade. One, my stop loss wasn't in the right place. But really, I didn't wait for the pullback to happen. And then it would have went to my target. Well, right now it's already at my target, so that's a big stop loss. I was on a 15-minute.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been pretty large based on 30-minute. Yeah, this looks good on 15-minute though.
Yeah.
Slingshot setup. Yeah, the only thing that I would have looked at was just the distance to this next zone.
Right. That range.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's, 15, 16, 17 pips, something like that, so.
But the thing is, I entered right at the zone at 1876. I didn't wait for it to pass the previous one.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, I mean that's definitely something to take note of. Is well, first off, where would your stop loss been? Would it been below this candle or below this candle?
Below the current candle. Yeah.
Okay, this one here. Yeah, so this was where it was at, right?
This is, yes, that's where my stop loss was.
Alright, where, based on like how
Oh,
you would trade, is that where it should have been, or should it have been in another spot?
Actually, I kind of fluctuate between the current candle and the previous candle.
Okay, okay. Gotcha.
I probably should have more solid rules on that, but
No, I mean I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean I used to execute like that too. So like for example, if it was the first 15-minute candle and the 30-minute candle, then I would do stop loss below the previous candle, and then if it was the second 15-minute candle and the 30-minute candle, I would do current candle stop loss.
Right.
Which I don't like. I think that's like fine. A lot of times that works out because, you know, if you think about it, like, is price, you know, what's the probability that price is going to reject and hit your stop loss in the second half of the 30-minute candle versus the first half, you know? So but yeah, I mean that's one thing that I've noticed is like for me, like to remove the emotions, if I place stop loss below previous 30-minute candle, like, or below or above, that's when I really know, like, okay, the trade is definitely invalidated if that gets hit. So I don't need to worry about trying to close it before or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, strangle it.
it sucks though, either way, because I walked my target. My target was 1879.12.
So did your stop loss get hit, or did you close
Yes.
it manually? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the only problem with the current candle stop loss, especially on gold. You know, it can kind of strangle the trade a little bit.
Yeah. It would have been a nice 25 pips.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Shoulda. Until next time.
Yep. Chalk it up, learn from it, move on. Yeah, see this area right here might cause some trouble now.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah, that's the caution with like the breaking of the highs, like instantly. The same thing kind of happened here on GJ. Like when this candle opened, it did create like a nice little lower wick before it went and broke the high. But it happened like early on in the candle. It's tricky. But this on gold, I mean, this was like in the first 1 minute it broke the highs.
It was, yeah.
So on gold, I'm looking at two scenarios right now. Scenario number one is I need a scenario number one is a candle closing above that zone you marked off, 1779 area. Probably I'll be looking at 1880. If I have a candle closing above that area, then I'll try to find buys. Scenario number two is waiting for a pullback, areas of 17. Let me see, 18. Wait a minute. Areas of 1875 probably. Price coming back to 1875 for one more time, and then finding buys from those lows. So those are the two areas I'm looking at. And
oh, we lost him. Watch, GJ is gonna go take out the highs, continue bullish.
yeah, you're just flipping as well. You know.
Yeah, GJ has been really tricky lately. Like gold has been making a lot more sense to me lately.
I told you, welcome to the gold gang.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said last week, all three trades I took, they were all gold. They were all wins.
Gold is the truth, brother.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, gold's nice. Gold's nice.
I just started trading gold mostly because of my prior mentor always kind of had this fear of trading gold, and so I just wouldn't touch it. And then when I started with Raja back in August, September, it was gold and GJ. I was like, man, this isn't as bad as he made it seem. It's not easy, that's for sure. But, you know, he kept telling me, just use a 0.01, 0.01, 0.01.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yeah.
But now I feel a lot more comfortable, you know, charting it up and following the plan. It does take my money, but, you know, we're going to be friends, Gold and I, pretty soon.
How fast it takes your money is how fast you can make that money, you know? So you just got to figure out how you can be on the flip side.
Exactly.
But exactly. I mean, to your point, like, I honestly think, like, most people are afraid of gold because of, like, they just don't know how to, like, properly risk, you know, like, how to trade it properly as far as the risk, you know, like, for me, like, that was, like, honestly kind of my situation, is because it's kind of like an indice. It's not like your typical currency pair where, like, you know, a pip is very easy to identify, you know, like, with gold, like, you know, 50 pip moves in a 15 minute candle is, like, not uncommon, you know? So yeah. It's just, like, it's a different mindset you have to have. But I mean, yeah, exactly to your point, you know, just take a smaller risk position. Okay, you know, it made sense, I won or I lost, you know, and I didn't lose my entire account, you know? So yes, I definitely think it's good, but it is tricky for sure, like, especially for somebody new to trading. Like, it's a fast moving pair.
Yeah, it's very volatile.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing, it will blow your account.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where magic keys comes into play.
Yeah.
In my life, I would never use gold without magic keys.
Yeah.
Like, what in the world? You think you're doing like 50 cents and your account is blown.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too because like it's actually like a lot simpler if you think about it. Like I mean, a dollar move is just 10 pips, you know. So like 1876 to 1877 is 10
Yes.
pips, you know. So it's funny like you get so like used to like the normal currency pairs that it's like you know, gold is like difficult.
Yeah. And once you figure that part out, because nobody told me that, I'm like, well, they just couldn't seem to explain it. But once I figured it out, oh, okay, this is 10 pips. I can see what's going on now. But that comes from studying the pair and just like watching the moves, and it makes more sense when you're studying it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. JJ, what's good, man? How you doing? Thank you.
So is Roger coming back next week?
I think he was saying like after the 15th or something like that. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I honestly haven't seen though.
Yeah, I'm way behind.
I know most people end up like just hanging tight until after, you know, like half of the month, you know.
Oh, okay. I saw that video where he gave away the three $10,000 accounts.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I didn't see it, but yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you grew that account like crazy.
Oh my gosh, that was insane.
5K to 30K, and he took withdrawals. You know, that was just the cash balance. I don't even know what the profit was total.
It actually went up to like 50K. It went from 5 to 50,000 in 3 months.
Holy.
Yeah, right? I was like, oh. So yeah, you give away 30 and still keep 20, and you pay withdrawals because it still had 20 when he left after he did it. And then he had been taking withdrawals, but the final thing he showed was 50,000. Went from 5 to 50.
That's amazing.
Insane.
Raja trades like he's playing Call of Duty.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's true, man. That's how I tell my little brother. My little brother is like 13, 14. I'm like, man, you need to stop playing those bullshit games and start watching this guy. Like,
Right.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like, there is a time that will come that you see trading as a game you're playing.
yeah, 100%.
Candy Crush, Call of Duty. You're trying to be against something, and you're like, I'm going to kill this.
Mm.
Yeah, like
Yes,
one of my.
it's all about
Sorry, go ahead, Arith.
No, go ahead. Like, it's just all about repetition.
Yeah, I was gonna say my one of my friends, his name's Jason Stewart. He's like on social media as QB Stu. You guys might have seen him before, but he's an ex-football player. Like he played college football at Memphis, and he's like he basically has like made trading into the game of football. So like he would look at this as like, you know, this is the line of scrimmage. You know, first down, touchdown, you know, like that type of mindset when it comes to trading. But I mean, that's exactly right. Like he's gamified it, you know, he's made it into a game, you know, and that's like how he understands it, you know, so.
Yeah, breaking it down to become so simple for you to understand. Like simplicity is the key to trading. Like it becomes easier for you.
Yeah.
So maybe on gold, my scenario number 2 is going to play out the one I said, price coming back to revisit 1875.
Yeah, and like we've been saying too, I mean it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bullish candles on the 30-minute in a row. You know, it's bound to be a bearish candle somewhere.
Yeah.
And it makes sense for it to be happening now. You know, we're at a key rejection area right now. It's also proving this 1879, 1880 zone to be pretty serious.
Yeah,
too.
1880s is also pretty tough.
Yep.
So, you have the current daily high over there. So the whole idea I had on the first scenario whereby you need a candle close above that zone was, looking at that 4-hour area there. You have that clean traffic around there. So the moment you had a candle like the 30-minute candle closing above that zone on the previous zone that is there on the 30-minute, on the 1 hour, you're having a 30-minute candle closing above that area, then you have an easy ride with the 4-hour volume candle to just keep on pushing all the way through those rejection weeks on the daily. So that's the scenario I was saying on the daily. You look at the daily, how the dailies have rejected that area, like really tough, you see? Yeah. So we have a probability of that same scenario happening if we still reject that area.
Yeah, for sure, and it's rejected both sides too. It rejected going down and rejected going up.
Yeah.
Multiple times here, yeah.
So that's really tough area to trade in. Like, you want to sync trade from that area, you want to ban your account.
Yeah.
It's really tough.
I think GJ is on a coffee break.
I think the move is bullish.
Yeah, London close could probably give you that move on GJ.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just gonna be tricky because you have, you know, this is like proven to be a strong zone now. You know, so.
Wow. So NYSE opens in about 7 minutes from now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really just a patience day today. So far, I really only see like that one setup here on GJ that I would have executed on. But it looks like if we can push and close above this 160.632 area, buys might work out, but Dan FX, what's good, man? Hope you have a great week as well. Hey, thank you, man. Thanks for showing up. We got NYSE Open coming in here in a second. Yeah, I think it's about time for these GJ buys. I think respect the low, break the high, it'll continue. Stop loss kind of big here though. It's gonna be like 30, 40 pips, I think. 36, 37 pips.
Maybe it'll pull back a little bit more so it won't be too crazy. And then flip.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that should work out though. Dang, gold just made a fierce drop right there.
Those get on my nerves.
Well, awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. If GJ makes this flip, I'll probably take a buy. If not, then I won't.
And where are you going? 1861? Somewhere in there?
For GJ, so I'll be just looking at target probably like 169.10. For gold, on the other hand, I don't know. It's gonna get a little tricky at this point because this, it's rejected this area, quite a few times now.
That's a hard rejection. Yeah.
The higher time frames definitely are pointing to a continuation of the bullish momentum, though. I think just need to get confirmations on the lower time frame. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll form a support and it can just go retest these highs again and potentially continue. But yeah, this is looking a little bit better to me. This
Right.
GJ play.
Okay. All right. I'll let you get on with it.
Sounds good. Have a good day, Christine.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
See you guys.
Have a good one, Jake.
See you, everyone.
Okay,
Have a good
Mike.
one, Faye.
Have a great one.
Hey, Harith, you gonna wait for this?
For which one?
You gonna wait for support to form on gold?
On gold, I've taken that one trade and I'm kind of done, but I'll look through it to see. I don't think I'll take it right now. One trade is just enough for me. That L, then that's.
See palm trees in the back of Harif's.
Yeah.
It's nice, man.
Right on.
Yes, 1875 is a nice area to watch out for. But right now, as I'm seeing, if you look at the 5 minute, it's playing out really well. But you need something to tap into that 1875 there. You see, it's headed. That's why it's headed. So probably you just wait for it area and the support you need, and then you'll see price moving back up. Because see, this is the thing on gold. If 1875 is not holding, because it has to act as a quotation area for continuation. If it's not holding, then probably we are going in for sales again. Price is going to drive all the way down to retest the low of that previous 4-hour candle. And if that happens, then you might probably see a bloodbath on gold sales, because now you've already retested that 1880 the second time, and now you're also having those rejections on the daily. Then what do you expect if you're going back to take out that 4-hour candle low?
Yeah.
Probably sales will come in.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm so into 1875 to really hold, so that we can have that continuation. The moment we have candles closing back below that 1875, then it's going to be a bye-bye to the downside. I don't see us going back up, because that 1875 has already proved to us how strong it can be.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's an area to watch out for there. I don't want it, if I want a continuation, I don't want it to be broken and like it starts acting as a resistance. Then it's bad news for buys.
Yeah.
So that's what I was looking at that point.
Oh.
So for those looking for entries, better watch out from that area.
Yeah, I think if it forms some level of support, it would be better. It's rejecting nice.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, having a support is the better option, because probably there you want to follow the trend, and it becomes easier for you to take the trade.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Because the moment you take it out that 1875 again, two scenarios will happen. You either have a continuation back down, a continuation in sales, or you're going to range for the day, and then that day just goes that way.
Yeah, yeah.
So for me, I've just chilled it now. I'm not going to take any trade. I'll call it a day with that small loss I took, an L on gold buys.
Yeah.
And you'll be alive for another day.
Oh, for sure. I get
Oh,
No need to rush.
but alright guys, I'm gonna shut it down now. We'll get to it. We'll see if GJ flips here. If GJ flips, then I'm probably gonna execute, but if not, we'll see.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Alright, have a good
Hey,
one.
guys.
All right. Have a good one.
Have a good night to those who are going to sleep. Like, yeah, tomorrow is the day to go again.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Adios, everybody. Adios.
Ciao.
Recording stopped.